hills where the moon shines bright lives a wild little world, every hillbilly's delight. The holler critters hide where the fireflies glow. Catch 'em in a mason jar, let the magic flow. Catch 'em in a jar, let the powers ignite. Tiny little legends in the Appalachian night. Fluttering and skittering with a grin so bizarre. Hold on tight to your holler critter jar.
How's it going, everybody? This is Josh. I'm 1/5 of the Hills Have Nerds podcast. We're a nerd culture and history podcast, and we're coming to you today with another Holler Critters set review. So Holler Critters are a TCG that our area, in Pikeville, Pikeville, Pike County Tourism Board, puts out to celebrate different things. So first set was for Hillbilly Days of last year. This set was for the Mountain Girl Festival. I put this one out, set 2, and set 3 is already out. This has been a long time coming. This set review. This set came out, like June or so of last year, maybe a little later than that, probably like August or September. Came out then, and I just have not had time to sit down and do a proper review, and that's on me, but we got it now. And I got a new setup. I got a little nice setup with the camera where it's actually kind of stable and lighting's okay, and I'm at my dining room table, and I'm recording with my phone. It's really close to my face, so you're probably going to hear like my hefty nerd breathing. I'm going to try to edit that out. I'm bad at it, so see how that goes. But yeah, so this is Holler Critters. This is our own homegrown TCG. This is done by Jay Shepard, Marketing Director for Pikeville, Pike County Tourism. We actually had Jay on the show. We did our first Nerd in the Hills Spotlight interview was done with Jay. So you can go back and listen to that if you'd like to. That's here on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, or anywhere you get podcasts. Just search The Hills Have Nerds. So yeah, so here we go. So let's look at the front of the packs. We like to crack. I've literally had this set in my house and I've not opened it in 8 months just to wait to do it on an actual live stream. So we got 22 cards with 2 foils. We got our first foil here on the top. See, set 2, Holler Critters, a little mason jar. I guess we got a couple critters on either side. And again, this set was for the Mountain Girl Festival. It's to promote the Mountain Girl Festival. So our first full art chase card, it says up at the top. You can see that okay in the camera? Yeah, it looks pretty good. It did. Looks a lot better than the last video. So we got a full art chase card, and this is Coal Town Dixie here on the front. So let's check these out. Let's open it up. So we have this this hollow foil, and then we're gonna have another hollow foil inside. Let's see what it is. Now, I know Jay's in the process of getting like a rule set situated, so you can actually play some Holler Critters and talking about some of that. But here we go. So this is Coal Town Dixie. It's really pretty. Now I did note. Now last episode I talked a little bit. Last episode, Lord have mercy. The last review of these, I talked a little bit about how much I love the art and how good it looked. I still think it looks good, and I still do really like it. I do have to, full disclosure, this is AI art, but Jay does go in and edit and clean up and make sure it looks good. It's not just, oh, let's pull it in, put it on there, and then forget about it. He does some editing, some cleaning up. It's very, very small area, guys. Don't have a ton of money to pay a ton of people, so he's doing what he can with what he has. And they look great. So we got Coal Town Dixie. You're gonna draw 2 cards for each blue critter on your porch. I think blue is the bluegrass critter. On your porch is your bench, up to a maximum of 6 cards. Okay, so you can draw up to 6 cards. And this is a mountain mentor. It's a buddy, which is essentially Holler Critters' version of trainers. This is 37 out of 40. All right. We got a special power. This is the energy cards for Holler Critter. Oh no, I got a little indentation on the top of my cards. That stinks. So we got a special power. Backwoods Boost. Attach Backwoods Boost to one of your critters. When attached, choose a power type. Backwoods Boost provides 2 power of the chosen type to the attached critter. Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Now that's not limited, so that's got some competitive implications to it. Neat. Critter Carrier. Search your deck for a regular critter and place it onto your porch. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So that's essentially just Pokeball, right? You're getting a basic. You're putting it in. These are whatnots. This is a whatnot. So you have buddy cards, you have power cards, you have critter cards, you got whatnots. So far, that's fantastic. Magic Coonskin Cap. This one's a thingamajig. Okay, we got whatnots and thingamajigs. So the Magic Coonskin Cap, attach Magic Coonskin Cap to one of your critters that doesn't already have a thingamajig attached to it. If the critter this card is attached to is Wallered, that's Holler Critters' version of Knocked Out, discard this card. Once during your turn, before your attack, if this critter is your active critter, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put one of them into your hand and the other card back on top of your deck. Okay. So this is just attached to draw a card every turn. That's pretty strong. Card draws king in any game. Oh, I got another Cold Town Dixie, which I will have. That's how these sets work. You're going to get the entire, when you pick up a set of Holler Critters, you're going to get the entire set, and then your hollow card that you get is just going to be a holofoil of one of the cards in the set. So it won't be, you're going to have an entire quote unquote playable set. So there we go. And Cold Town Dixie was draw 2 cards for each bluegrass critter on your porch, up to a maximum of 6. The Tug River. The Tug River is a real river, very close to home. When played, attach this card to the play area, replacing any existing attached card, if applicable. Once during each player's turn, that player may choose to skedaddle their active critter for free. Now, skedaddling is retreating, right? So this is a holler ground. Okay, so I assume these are like stadiums in Pokemon. That's what I'm guessing. Once during each player's turn, that player may choose to skedaddle their active critter for free. Yeah, holler ground. When play, attach this card to the player, replacing any existing attached card. Cool. Yeah, so these work like stadiums, just kind of overarching effects on the play area. All right, here's our first critter. What in the hell is this? What is this mess? Devil Beard Hatfield. 120 health. This is a red critter. I think that's Kool-Aid. This is a Kool-Aid critter. It's never good to be on the bad side of a Devil Beard Hatfield. And this is a play on Devil Ants Hatfield of the Hatfield and McCoy feud. Should put these in the center of the screen so they're off to the side. So for a red and a white power, he has the ability Feudin. This attack does 60 more damage if Devil Beard Hatfield was damaged by an attack from the opponent's active critter during their last turn. All right. And Fussin'. They have Feudin and a Fussin'. Flip a bottle cap. If heads, the opponent's active critter is now riled up. If tails, draw 1 cards. Riled up. I don't know if we got clarification on what riled up means. Not 100% sure. So he's weak against cornbread critters, and he is strong against folklore critters, I believe. That's what that purple is down there. Get him up a little closer. Yeah. So it does 2 times damage to cornbread, strong against Folklore, and he skedaddles for a cost of 2. So you would discard 2 power from Old Devilbeard. All right. Grudge Stash McCoy. 120 power. Cornbread Critter. Grudge Stash McCoys are known for their legendary mustaches and unyielding spirit. So there we go. That's old Grudge Stash McCoy. He has a critter skill, Score Settler. When Grudge Stash McCoy takes damage, you flip a bottle cap. If heads, the attacking critter also takes as much damage. Holy crap. Okay, that's really good. Posse Roundup for 3 cornbread power. If you just heard something flare up, that's my wife's ice machine that I completely disregarded when I was deciding to sit in here to record. And that is probably really loud, but we're going to deal with it because we're professionals. And by professionals, I mean wildly ill-equipped to do these sorts of things. So we got a 3 cornbread energy or 3 cornbread power Posse Roundup. Search your deck for up to 2 cornbread critters and put them onto your porch. Then shuffle your deck. Vice, so he's strong against Kool-Aid critters, which, so again, that is the McCoy version of our Hatfield here. So our Hatfield and McCoy feud, they very rich part of our area's lore and history, the feud of the Hatfield and McCoys. And here they are, immortalized in tiny, cute creatures to immortalize the senseless violence and bloodshed of that feud. Wonderful. It's great. Search your deck for up to 2 cornbread critters, put them onto your porch, and then shuffle your deck. So he rounds up his posse. Okay, so he doesn't do any damage. He can retaliate. So you can kind of get out there to kind of stall while you're building up your bench, your porch, where you're building up your porch. He is strong against Kool-Aid critters, weak against folklore, and skedaddles for 3. Oh, it's cool. Yokabilly. Okay. This is part of the US 23 Stars Yokabilly. Card is limited to 1 per deck. As we can see, he's got the asterisk there. We can see down here at the bottom, card is limited to 1 per deck. All right, he's got 100 health. He's a bluegrass critter. Yokabilly's tunes echo through the hollers, captivating all who hear his legendary sound. Critter skill, Honky Tonk Charm. Before your opponent's active critter attacks, they must flip a bottle cap. If tails, that attack does nothing. Okay, that's strong. For two bluegrass and anything, he does boot scoot 80 times. So flip 3 bottle caps. This attack does 80 damage for each heads. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys have been playing Pokemon TCG Pocket lately, but these cards seem like they would all fit super well in TCG Pocket. All right, he has no vice. He's not strong against anything, but he does have grit against folk. Oh no, they take 2 times damage from them. No, they deal. Yeah, they're strong against that, or they take 2 times. That's what it is. Vice, they take double damage from. Grit, they are resistant to. Yeah. So Vice, he's not weak to anything. And then his grit, he is strong against folklore. That's what it is. That's how the Vice and grit work. And he costs 2 skedaddle. And I think this is a callback to Dwight Yoakam. And a lot of these cards we'll see are dealing with music, because again, the Country Girl Festival is a music festival. Down here, it's just celebrating women and musicians in the hollers. And Cold Town Dixie, I actually forgot to mention if I pull that card back up. Cold Town Dixie is a real band, and I'll have a link to their socials in the description of this video. You can go check them out. They are great. They are really phenomenal. Those gals can play. All right, Yokabilly. Magitic. Oh, this is cool. Again, I really like it. May be AI, but it's cool art. Magitic, 60 health, Kool-Aid critter. Magitics ensnare foes in mystical traps to savor that delicious critter nectar. All right, for 1 Kool-Aid power, get your bite. Get your bite. Get your bite. The defending critter's now bit. Okay, what does that mean? Get your bite. 20 damage. And then for a folklore energy and one of any, or for a folklore power and one of any power, tick trick. If a defending critter's been bit at least twice during this game, swap it with one of the opponent's porched critters of your choice, if possible. All right. For tick trick. All right, he is weak to cornbread critters and he is strong against bluegrass critters. Cost him 1/2 skedaddle. That's pretty good. Oposozo. Oposozo. That's what we're going to call it. 70 health, cornbread critter. A true pacifist, Oposozos use their groovy aura to calm down friends and foes alike. Now this is quite a feat to get this energy or get this power on this critter. So we got cornbread, a folklore, and a Kool-Aid power. It can do peace purr. Flip a bottle cap. If heads, heal all damage from Oposozo and the opponent's active critter. If tails, discard a power card attached to Oposozo, then heal all damage from all critters in play. Okay. That would be good to play if you have damage and your opponent does not. Otherwise, I don't see Oposozo getting a lot of play. But, yeah, okay. Neat. That's kind of a, like it's the anti-nuclear option, right? Like if you're losing and you have Oposozo in your deck and you have Oposozo on your board and you've got the 3 power required to get that off. I don't know if that's like the most useful card in the world, but I could see situationally it'd be kind of neat. It'd be fun to pull it off where you're healing a ton of damage off of yourself with Oposozo. So he takes double damage from bluegrass critters and has no grit. So there's nothing he's resistant to. And skedaddles for 2. Jamersona. Kind of neat. It's like some kind of wood nymph thing. Jamersona, whereas Oposozo was a hippie possum. So we got 70 health. This is a folklore critter. I think it's our first folklore critter of the pack. Jamersona's Appalachian roots delve deep, infused with the vigor drawn from her graceful, magical poses. All right, critter skill, tree pose. During your turn, if you choose not to attack with Jamersona, heal 40 damage from her. Okay, that's strong. And Verdant Whirl. 1 folklore energy, 20 damage, heal 10 damage from Jamersona. Okay. It's pretty neat. Takes double damage from Kool-Aid. Vice takes double damage from Kool-Aid. Has resistance to bluegrass skedaddles for 2. Oh. There's another Cold Town Dixie, but this is the regular Cold Town Dixie card, not the full art chase or the full art card. So this is just draw 2 cards for each bluegrass critter on your porch up to a maximum of 6. This is a buddy. Sour Patch. Okay. So we got Sour Patch here. Sour Patches are eternal critters, woven by the magic of only the wisest of the wise. This is an 80 health folklore critter. I'm trying to keep this stuff in focus, guys. I'm not doing a great job, but you get it. Critter skill, quilt guard. When Sour Patch is wallered, remove her from the game instead. Your opponent doesn't take a gift card. Okay, so you don't get any prizes if you knock out Sour Patch. Now, is Sour Patch it's woven by the magic of only the wise is the wise. So I assume it's the little creature is the Sour Patch, right? The little like quilt monster that the lady's putting together with a brush. I don't know how that's working, but makes sense in the game lore, I guess. All right, and it has for 1 folklore power patch pummel. Does 10 damage with a kicker or with a catch. This attack deals additional damage equal to the amount of damage counters on Sour Patch. Okay. So this could potentially do 80. Usually swing him for 80. That's not bad. I think given the relative health amounts that we've seen, you know, I think like 120 is the most we've seen so far, and that was the Hatfield and McCoy monsters. Vice, so it's weak against Kool-Aid, takes 2 times 2 damage from Kool-Aid, and has grit against bluegrass skedaddles for 1. Oh, that's pretty. Beckstar, okay. Another folklore critter, 70 health. Beckstar's mountain melodies heal hearts and soothe souls. It's a pretty bird with the butterflies and stuff flapping around it. Critter skill, Starlight Song. When you play Beckstar from your hand onto your porch, you may use this critter skill. If you do, heal 30 damage from each of your critters that have any power attached to them. Okay. Now, if there's a way to recur Beckstar, that could be pretty dang strong. There's a lot of healing in this set. Whole lot of healing. Beck's Ballad. Folklore energy or folklore power and 1 of any color power. 20 damage. Your opponent's active critter is now swooned. All right, so we've seen riled up and swooned and bit. I don't know what any of those are, but we will find out. I'm going to assume swooned is something similar to paralyzed or confused or something. I don't know if Pokemon TCG has an equivalent to the attracted status in the game. You know, when it uses attract or infatuate or whatever it is. I don't think they have an equivalent there, but that may be what this is. Something like confused, where you flip a bottle cap at the beginning of a turn, and if you're on tails, you're overcome with love and emotion, you can't attack. It's 2 times weak to bluegrass critters, not resistant to any critters, and skedaddles for 1. Bologna Fry, hey! We have Bologna Boo in set 1, and we can see here, this is our first critter that swells up, our first swell up critter. I almost said evolved. This is Bologna Fry. This swells up from Bologna Boo. 70 health, cornbread type critter. Bologna fries are more dangerous and more delicious. Critter skill, great eating. When Bologna Fry is wallered, your opponent doesn't take a gift card. Instead, the critter that wallered Bologna Fry heals 30 damage and may not attack during your opponent's next turn. Okay. It's got Bologna Burn for a cornbread energy and a colorless, or cornbread power and a colorless. 50 damage. That's pretty cool. I like that. And Bologna Boo had pretty much the same thing, where if it was knocked out, you didn't take a gift card, which is essentially a prize card in Pokemon. Because that's what this is analogous to, right? It's not the same thing, but we're kind of looking at that just to put it in perspective for anybody listening. And Vice is 2 bluegrass. It's going to take times 2 damage from bluegrass critters, and is not resistant to anything, costing 1 to skedaddle. That's cool. It's our first swell up. Oh, this is sweet. Heartwing. Look how cute with its little pumpkins. 50 health, Kool-Aid critter. In the depths of the hollers, Heartwing flies with airy grace. or vicious bite, leaving a lasting impression. You tell me what's vicious about that thing right there. In what world is that vicious? You want to get some different prompts. You want to make it look vicious, Jay. All right, this is a regular critter, so essentially a basic. For 1 Kool-Aid power nibble, 10 damage, flip a bottle cap if heads. Defending critter's now bit. All right, we have another one dealing with the bit status. And then 3 energy chomp, 20 damage. If the defending critter has been bit at least twice during this game, it is wallered. Okay. Wow. All right. So that's just an instant KO there if it's been bit twice. So first turn, attach a power nibble. Second turn, attach a power nibble. Third turn, attach a power. You better have knocked out Heartwing by then, or Heartwing is going to one-shot you. That's pretty good. Now, if there was a way to expedite that, say with our backwoods boost here, you know, we can get up to that pretty quick. But it still has to be bit twice. So I don't know, maybe the mosquito one. What was our mosquito one we looked through here? Right here. Magitic, not mosquito. So Magitic. So Magitic would get you bite. get you bite. That's good. That was really good. Can put the bit status on there. See, I can already see a deck forming with this. You know, you get the bit status, you get a couple other cards that are synergizing with that, something to kind of swarp them around a little bit. You know, we could do something with that. 2 times weak to bluegrass, skedaddles for 1. Shananala. That's cute. It's got a Starbucks, I think. That koala has a Starbucks. Or a Critter Bucks, whatever you want to call it. We don't have, koalas aren't indigenous to our area of the country. At least I've never seen one. But it's cute, and it's welcome here in the holler. Shananala, 60 health, Kool-Aid critter. Oh, not native to the holler. That's it, and then it's flavor text. Not native to the holler. Shannanalas have brought their charm and wit to the Appalachian Mountains. Fair enough. All right. Caffeine boost. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may attach a power card from your hand to Shannanala. Okay, so it can kind of get ramped easy. For a Kool-Aid and a colorless, you get Pep Dance for 10. For each power card attached to Shannanala, heal 10 damage from each of your porch critters. There's a lot of healing in this set, man. A whole lot of healing in this set. That's just your porched ones. So Shananala is not going to heal itself. Vice. It's taking 2 damage from folklore types. And not resistant to anything. Skedaddles for 1. We're almost to the end, guys. Joanna Flare. Here's another little multicolored raccoon thing. Well, that's cute. 110 power, or 110 health regular folklore critter. Jonah Flare's towering bass sends magical notes resonating in harmony, shaking even the mightiest foes to their core. I like that one too. It's very colorful and pretty. Bass solo, 2 folklore and a colorless. 10 plus. If the defending critter has a base HP of 100 or more, this attack deals an additional 90 damage. Holy crap. So this, again, if you guys have played TCG Pocket, there's a ton of cards like this, which, I mean, there's cards like that in the main set too, but this set came out before TCG Pocket came out. I think TCG Pocket's ripping off Holler Critters. I'm putting it out there. Starting it. So I heard on the grapevine that TCG Pocket has been ripping off Holler Critters designs. You know, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying 100%. Just, you know, I'm just asking a question. And that question is TCG Pocket ripping off Holler Critters design? And I'm not answering it. I'm not going to put a definitive answer out there, but the answer is yes. No Vice, no Grit, Skedaddles for 2. It's pretty. All right, Meowton Dulciper. Well, that looks just like my cat. So we got 70 health bluegrass critter. It's got its little dulcimer there with it. It's doing some kind of magic on there. Meowton Dulcimer uses its dulcimer to deflect attacks, turning the foe's power back against them. For a bluegrass power dulcimer echo, flip a bottle cap. If heads, the attack does damage to your opponent's active critter equal to its most powerful attack. That's fantastic. That's a lot of fun already. I want a bluegrass deck. I want Meowton Dulcimer. I want Yoklahoma or whatever that other one's name was. I want that one in there. Cold Town Dixie. I want all of them. I want to play a bluegrass deck of Holler Critters. That Dulcimer Echo, that's fun. I mean, this is just a regular. You get to throw down one energy. Say your opponent's like powered up something big, you get out there, bam, right? You can copy that with a flip of the coin, take them down. It's 2 times weak to folklore critters, skedaddles for 1. There's significance to this card, and Jay has told me, and I do not remember. So, Jay, if you're watching this, if you watch this review of your cards, please in the comments put what the significance of Wilson the Spoon Dog is, because I love him. Wilson the Spoon Dog is a dog that plays the spoons, got a bandana on. And I think this is to represent someone from the community who meant a great deal to people, and I don't want to misrepresent what it is. But I love the card. I love the art there. Wilson the Spoon Dog. This is a Mountain Mentor buddy. Choose one option. Search your deck for a basic power card and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck, or heal 30 damage from a critter on your porch, or flip a bottle cap. If heads, do both. I would assume if tails, do neither. I like that card too. That's you're picking one or you're picking the other, or you can risk it and get nothing from it, or get the big deal and get a power and 30 damage heal. I dig that a lot. I like that quite a bit. I believe there was a granny card in the first set that let you essentially dictate what your next 3 bottle cap flips were going to be. You got to choose. There's another mentor. I don't know how many mentors you can play in a turn, but that could potentially be a very, very strong. That and the Meowton Dulcimer, it's Dulcimer Echo. Like that's a super strong combo there. Very good card. Heart Antler. I love that. Love that. 120 health, bluegrass critter. Really cool deer. Heart Antler, protector of the Appalachian forest, unleashes a charge mightier than any Holler Critter's bite. Bluegrass energy, antler charge, 40 damage. Flip a bottle cap. If heads, you may perform this attack again. Keep flipping bottle caps until a tails result is obtained. Oh my God, it's Celebi. Oh, it's Lickitung or Eevee from TCG Pop. That's so good. That's great. And this came out before them. It's literally flip a coin until you get tails, or flip a bottle cap until you get tails. This attack does 40 damage for every heads. That is phenomenal. So Heart Antler, regular, comes out first turn, pop a power down. You're swinging for, you're doing 40, right? You're doing 40 just period. And then, so this is super strong because you're getting the 40 from a basic. Typically, it would be flip a coin. This attack does 40 for every head. So if you flip a tails initially, you're not getting any damage from it, right? So we're getting 40 plus the potential for more. That is really good. So we got Vice. It's weak against Cornbread and is strong against Kool-Aid. It costs 1 to skedaddle. We're on our last card. Nope, we got one more card. Ambiguous Snake. Ambiguous Snake is what the hell is Ambiguous Snake? I love it. Ambiguous Snake, 70 health, bluegrass critter. Bluegrass snakes, same look, different bite. Critter skill, is it poisonous? The first time ambiguous snakes attacked, flip a bottle cap. If heads, ambiguous snakes' attacks are poisonous for the remainder of the game. If tails, its attacks are not. Strike back. Can only use if ambiguous snake was attacked on the opponent's previous turn. Defending critter is now bit. So there's some more bit tech. Now this is bit tech on a bluegrass critter instead of on a Kool-Aid critter. But we run 2 types. We run 2 powers in the deck. This is cornbread. He's weak against cornbread. Resistant to nothing. Skedaddles for 1. We are our last card here, and this should be another holofoil. I got a magic coonskin cap. Now this was the one we looked at before. That was essentially, as long as this is attached to a critter, you get the ability on your turn to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and draw 1 and put the other one back, which is really good. It's really, really, really good. Like this card would be an auto include in any deck I built for this game. Like hands down. But there we go. So there's our Holler Critters set 2. It's neat. It's neat. We're seeing more synergy, I feel like. Jay, if you do listen to this, I do feel like there's a lot more synergy between cards in this one than there was in set 1. I love the callbacks to people in the community. The art, again, it's great. The landscape, like the types of cards now that we have, we're getting stadiums, we're getting attachments, we're getting thingamajigs and whatnots and holler grounds, and it's really, really cool. And I have set 3. I have set 3 sitting just a little ways away from me, and we're gonna get that. I'm gonna get set 3 out within the next week or so, just shortly after our Hillbilly Days is coming up this week. I'm gonna try to get this out hopefully tonight. We'll see how that goes. If you're listening to this on Wednesday, April 23rd, then I got it out tonight. If you're not, then I didn't. So, but yeah, great set, Jay. Great set. I'm excited to see more. I'm really excited to get into set 3 and check those out. And hopefully try to do a little bit of playtesting. We may see some playtesting on the channel for here. But again, guys, thanks for hanging out. If you've hung out all the way through, you can get Holler Critters online at the Pikeville, Pike County Tourism website. I'll read that website and show it right here. So you can see it down there, tourpikecounty.com, or go to facebook.com/piketourism. Check them out. I've been Josh for the Hills Have Nerds podcast. We are a nerd culture and history podcast. We are 5 dudes pushing 40 who like to talk about toys and games and the history of all of that. And we try to bring on creators and people from around Appalachia as much as we can. We're just a bunch of old nerdy hillbillies that enjoy our toys and like to talk about them. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Tell us what your favorite card was, what you'd like to see come out in Holler Critters, what Jay should make another card from, or what Jay should make a card of. And if you really liked it, tell somebody about it. Tell somebody about Holler Critters. Tell somebody about the Hills Have Nerds. And check the podcast out. We're available anywhere you get podcasts. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. And be on the lookout for set 3 coming out soon. And we're doing a live podcast to celebrate 2 years of the Hills Have Nerds at the end of May on May 28th. So be on the lookout for that too. Y'all take care. Thank you very much.
Deep in the hills where the moon shines bright lives a wild little world. Every hill